Recording. Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome to our last coach hangout of 2019. Can you believe that?
No,
of this decade. That's insane. Okay, let me turn off the music here so that it doesn't get me in trouble. All right. So I know that there's a few more, like Margot should be hopping on soon. A few more people hopping on, and I do have a kind of plan for today that I want us to talk about. And I know Ashley wrote back that she was really excited about it. So I'll go over my quick announcements and then and just things to share, and then some kind of food for thought, and then we can talk about what I wanted today's focus to be. So I want to share my screen because I want to share with you just some resources that I've created because things are constantly changing. So I'm looking at all of you, and all of you on the call I connected with through an Instagram ad, which is pretty freaking cool that the universe brought us together because of an Instagram ad. Now, Clarissa and I had a budget that we would spend every month, and the reason that I did ads on Instagram is because I didn't have the time, right? So I would pay for the ad, and then it would bring the people, and it would cover the cost of the ad plus bring in more and all of that. But Instagram has decided to change things on the way that we run ads. So since October, I have not brought in anyone from an ad. I think since October, I've only had maybe 20 of my forms filled out, where I was averaging about 400 a month that I would get a form filled out. So it's been really frustrating for me because it's now a whole new learning curve. And the reason I share this with you is not because I'm giving up or not because it's just to share with you that things are always evolving with this business. And so now I have to revisit how I do things. So when I used to run coach info sessions on Facebook, I would try to aim for about 75 people in a group minimum, because then you have the energy, right? You have all of these people in there that are, bringing extra energy and commenting and things like that. The smaller your Facebook group is, the less energy you have to in that info session. So because I'm not having 400 people a month fill out forms to get 75 people into a Facebook group, I had to be creative in how I now approach people when I'm talking to them about coaching. So I have 3 things that I send people to now instead of a giant Facebook group. So I have the website that I did, and you guys again are more than welcome to use this. The only thing is when you use it, this button at the bottom, it will send them to us, right? So you want to make sure that if you're talking to someone who's interested and they use the website, that you say to them, once you're done the videos, please let me know. And you also schedule a follow-up so that they're not sending their information to us, okay? Please feel free to use this stuff. It's there for you. The other thing that I did, I just need to move you is I did a brand new step-by-step coach info session because I wanted to make sure that I had everything kind of set up right in the sense of like how people will experience going through that info session. So this Facebook group, this is one I'm going to use for this year. And people that say they want a Facebook group, for now, this is where they're going to go. Okay. It should say this, make units. Yes, I want them. So it should send them directly to the units of this, because what will happen is as they're going through the units, there's a welcome post, right? So they literally just go through, here's the welcome. They're supposed to introduce themselves, then they click done. What to expect, there's the videos, then they click done. And it takes them then to the next unit. Of course, I can't click on that because my bar is there. So that would take them to the next unit, right? So then they're gonna go through this one, where this is like a little quiz to make sure they've actually introduced themselves and our story. And then they click done, takes them to the next unit. So it literally walks them through. And the reason I set it up like this is because in a normal Facebook group, The post that has the most recent comment is the post that's at the top. So anyone going through an info session where it's not set up in units, it's all over the place in terms of the posts in the group, because the one that has the most recent comment is the one that you see first. It's not based on when they were put in the group. So that's why I did it in units. So here is, what we do every day. So this is our daily actions as a coach. The videos are short. They're less than 10 minutes. And then I've got some coaching spotlights, and this is where I would like to add you. And so this is your challenge, is to make videos. And when I started, I should show you guys one day on a call, our videos when we first started. Because when we first started, the videos were dark. I didn't have any confidence. Like there were so many things that have shifted for us in our business because we just did it. So I encourage everyone to make a what is coaching, your why, 3 minutes, right? 5 minutes max. And then we can have you in here as a coach spotlight as well. Because it's really cool that they get to meet our team. I don't want people coming to the info session to just know who Clarissa and I are, right? I want them to know you guys, because every single one of us brings a different element into this business, brings a different story, is going to connect with different people, has a different why, and it unites us all, right? So that's why I would like to have some videos from you, whether you're brand new and you just want to start, and I can always change them, right? Like you guys can send me the videos and I can change them. They don't have to stay the same. I can delete this video and put a new one in. So that's super easy. Then it takes them to how to get started. So in this one, I don't know why there's this last video here, and then there's some income potential ones, information, and then registration is now open. And it actually says in here that they need to comment, but also to message the coach who invited them here, right? So this is not something that is just going to come to Clarissa and I. Okay, so everyone is welcome to do this. My rule with this group is I will make you admin or moderator if you are bringing people into this group, but you are only allowed to accept your people into the group. So when you go to the What is Coaching thing at the top, you'll often see something like, if I go back to this one here, see this, how it says 6 people want to join this group, right? I see that because I'm an admin in the group. Someone who's not an admin doesn't see this here. So when you click on it, if I look, there's someone who I've invited, Christina, we only approve, like I am only going to approve this Terry and this Jacqueline. I'm not going to approve Christina's people because then she has no way of following up with them. Just like when you're inviting to this What is Coaching with Empower Squad group, you're only going to accept your people because then you can keep track of them. Okay? And the last thing I have is I actually have an Instagram page specifically for this as well. So I'll stop my share. But I've done, and it's the exact same videos as what's in the coach information session one. Hold on. Like it looks like this, right? So there's like day 1, day 2. The only thing I'm finding with Instagram is like it is constant follow up with people. It is not necessarily just like go through the videos and stuff. It's like I started this in November and I'm still talking to people about it, right? So so it's not, I'm not doing new videos or anything. All the story highlights are there. Yeah, it's cool because I did like even transformation ones where, you know, I've got a cover of, and then it'll go through and you can see like different people's transformation. So I like this feature that people can actually like go through and see it, but whether or not they do, it's a totally different thing, right? So so those are, I just wanted to share, like those are the 3 resources that I am using for our team in order to like people that are looking for information about coaching. The last or the second to last announcement I have is this group here. So I have it ready to go. I actually have a pretty solid idea of how I want to run this. So I'm okay running this one by myself. If someone wants, what I would love for you guys to do is to participate. right? To comment, to be active in the group, to, you have people, like a lot of you have people in this group already, follow up with them. Talk to them about what's going on, those sorts of things. And again, I can make you admin in this group, but you're only going to add people that, right? So like I'm the one who invited Vivian here. So I'm going to approve her because I invited her to this group. Okay. So you only approve the people that you want to approve. And this is the group. So for new coaches, this is the group where once a month we run a free 5 to 7 day event with a different focus. So I think it's really important that we talk about like a mindset reset for January. So that's why I'm going to do that. I'm going to use some of what I experienced last year when I did the mindset reset with Mel Robbins. I'm going to use some of that, but I'm also going to focus on vision boards and creating a vision for ourselves, which is what we're going to talk about in just a minute. So feel free to invite people to this group. I have like a little update for January. You're more than welcome. This is the one from December that we ran. So you're more than welcome to go and like look back through it. I'm never going to delete the posts in it because I think they're really valuable. And if someone wants to go back and scroll through, like we did the holiday hat guide. We did, I think we did what was it? A clean eating one or something? I can't remember. Anyway, so again, just resources for the team. Free groups are such a fantastic way to get, build trust with people, right? So they can see what it is that we do as a team. And if you're bringing people into this group and you're interacting with them, then they know, oh, okay, so this is awesome. Like this is a team. This is not just one person that's going to be following up. This is like an entire group of people that are going to rally together so that we all support each other on our goals. We all have different goals. We all have a different vision. So that's why I think this group, like running these events, is so important. To create that trust, to create that awareness of what it is that we do, right? So I think that's it. There is if you are doing bar blend, there is a bar blend specific Facebook group that is opening up. And I know, so thank you, Ashley and Laura, they're going to help Christina run it. I'm not running it because I'm not fully committing to bar. I have it and I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it in combination with 6 weeks of the work. So I really appreciate the fact that you two, Laura and Ashley, have volunteered to help out. And Christina's going to create like a little group chat. I chatted with her yesterday about it. So that you know what week you're doing and where to find the information and the posts to use and those sorts of things. So she knows already to be in touch with you. So I think that's it for me. I can definitely open it up to questions, but one of the things that I really wanted us to think about right now as a team is, because we're going into a new year, a new decade, is to really think about that vision board. I would love to have like another vision board party where we can hop on a Zoom and you know, do a vision board. And the cool thing about a vision board is you can do it digitally, you can do it with magazines and cut things out and put it on there. But it's a constant reminder of why you're doing what you're doing, why you show up every day, why you're talking to new people, why you push play on your workout. And everyone has a different vision. So I wanted to share with you, and I know I've done this before, is I've shared like what I do every day. And I'm hoping that you kind of came with like a couple of things and are willing to share in terms of like the business, but also like just life. Like, what is your vision for yourself? So I'm going to share a few of mine. So one of them is that I really want to retire my parents. And I've done a couple of posts on this. My dad is a truck driver and he's still driving truck and he's 66 or something like that. And he shouldn't be driving. He was in a horrible accident 16 years ago. The only reason he's alive is because of medical technology, and yet he's still driving, right? So I want him to retire. Him and my mom have this beautiful motorhome or fifth wheel trailer, and they want to be snowbirds, and they want to go across Canada next summer, go to the Maritimes, and then we're hoping that what they'll do is they'll drive south, and that next Christmas maybe we could spend in like Florida or Mexico or something with my brother and his wife and their kids, and my parents would already be down there kind of thing, right? So they could just go from where they are. So this is my vision for them, but also for me. So I want to get a bigger townhouse. Right now we have it's 3 bedrooms because my girls share this room. I have room upstairs over there, William's in the basement. It's 1,600 square feet. I want to get a bigger place so that my parents have the master bedroom and the suite and all of that, and they can just go. But I know they're aging. My brother lives in Chicago, right? So I'm going to be the one taking care of them. And I want them to have the freedom to be able to just do that, but also to have this place where they can come home to, my kids can come home to. And right, so that's one of my visions. I want to have an apartment in Vancouver for Clarissa and I want to take our team. I write this every single day. I want to take you, when you hit 2-star diamond, to Tony Robbins, to go to, I'm totally going to start crying, to go to Unleash the Power Within, right? That is my vision, because I know how much this community has affected my life, right? How much it's challenged me to like be that better, stronger person, to be more present in my life. It's not just about the business and making money and all of that. It's about our personal journeys, right? We deserve to be happy and feel good and spread positivity and spread that light. And so I want to spoil you guys with that too. You know, I have a dream of taking my entire family on a vacation to Mexico. I wrote on there, I only fly first class, right? So your vision for yourself can be whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be massive, and it doesn't have to be small. It can be whatever you want to. And maybe on our vision boards, we put like something that we know we can attain this year, but then something that we know maybe is a 5-year vision, a 10-year vision, right? So realistically, what could we put on that vision board that we can share this year? And the thing with this, and this is going to be a huge focus for me this year, is the language around the vision, right? Because I see quotes all the time where they're backwards, right? They're totally like, I will not. Well, you're going to do it if you say I will not. Your brain can't. So my friend Natalie, she does like neuro-linguistics programming. She does this perfect thing where she tells everyone, close your eyes. She's like, do not picture Mickey Mouse in a yellow tuxedo standing on top of an elephant. Everyone pictures Mickey Mouse in a yellow tuxedo standing on top of an elephant, because your brain has to like process it and then negate it, right? So you have to like make it real and then make it so it doesn't happen. So that's why it's so crucial that when we're doing this, we look at the language behind our vision, right? So there won't be any I will nots. There won't be any of those. If you are, so another example, I grew up in a house where my parents were constantly broke, yet they would come home with a new car, right? Like my growing up, my money awareness was so like skewed. We never went on family vacations because my brother played hockey. So it was like, we just went to hockey tournaments. Jasmine's laughing. I spent so much time in freaking Edmonton and Sherwood Park, Alberta, because of hockey tournaments, right? Like that was my life, was a hockey tournament, but they were always broke. And so I have this really like, I know one of my limiting beliefs is money and like whether or not I'm worthy of it. So my affirmation that I write is, I am in the process of creating financial abundance for myself and my family, and willing to learn what it feels like to have money flow to me easily and freely. But I've worked on that so hard with my language, right? You have to be, it's the same with someone who comes in as a client. If they have 100 pounds to lose, they're not going to stand in front of a mirror and be like, I'm sexy. Because their brain is going to say bullshit, right? Their brain is going to absolutely shoot them down. But if they are willing to write something like, I'm willing to learn how it feels to feel good in my body. I'm willing to learn how it feels to love myself. I'm in the process of losing 5 pounds, right? Then their brain is like, oh, I can handle that. I can make that happen. I can make that a reality. So I think it's really crucial that when you're thinking about your vision for yourself, that we really look at the language. So I just talked nonstop for 23 minutes. I hope that everyone, you understand what I talked about. This is the first time I think I cried, but I didn't get all sweaty. Normally I get sweaty. So So who wants to share any questions or a vision that they're willing to share, vision or two that they're willing to share? Are you going, Jasmine?
Yeah,
Okay.
just a vision of being able to go back to school. I want to get my RN degree and I'd like to in order to work for other people in like first world countries that can't, or third world countries where they can't, afford this care. I want to help them out. I want to be there for them. I feel like, yeah, I can do lots in Canada as well, but I just want us to be able to travel and see the world as well and just like get that experience. That's kind of one of my goals.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Thank you for sharing. So then do you have an idea, like, do you have a game plan of, your RN degree and when you're going back to school? And you're a little bit muffled. I don't know if you're holding
Yeah. Oh, sorry. My phone was lagging.
That's better.
So yeah, pretty much is my plan is to upgrade in the spring, and then I'll be going back to school. So that's my plan already. Is I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
It would be helpful in the long run if you have that extra money flowing in somehow. It makes it more, makes you be more capable to do so without having to like work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Thanks for sharing. So it's, the other thing about sharing your vision is we can help you if you have like a financial vision or a financial goal for yourself with this business. We can help you break that down. We know what it looks like, right? So if you have a goal of, I want to make this much per month, I know exactly what that looks like in terms of the business, right? So then you from there go and be like, okay, so if I'm going to make that happen, this is how I'm going to make it happen. Right?
Yeah. I think that's the key, is like learning how to get there, because right now it's just like working just like doing exercises and like, getting myself healthy first, I guess, and putting that time into me. And then hopefully like once I get more confident in it and like learn how to use all my resources, then I can go forth and do that. But like right now, I feel like I'm still like in a very early stage of things.
For sure. And we often talk ourselves out of, because we feel like we need to know everything. And that's one of the things.
I'm like that big time.
That's one of the things with this business is, and I think that's why my teaching degree serves me so well, because when I did my teaching degree, they always said, you only have to be one day ahead of your students. And that's why, like, I want everyone here on the team to feel too, like, when you have someone that's talking to you and you don't know the answer, that's when you say, great question, girl, I'm going to get right back to you. Right? Like you're honest with the person, and then you come to us and you say, okay, I have this person who is wondering about X, Y, and Z. Right? And then we can say, okay, that this is what we recommend. This is why. But that's because we've been in it for 5 years. Right? Yeah. And that's what, then next time you have that person, you're like, oh yeah, I remember. I don't have to ask them next time. But nobody goes to school for this. Nobody goes to some sort of professional training to be a coach. It's just trial and error, moving forward. And that's when you lean on us, right? So.
Yeah, I think the idea of failing can be so intimidating, but really, like, unless you try, then you don't even have the chance to fail. So you might as well, fail a few times and learn from it at least.
Yeah, exactly. What is that quote? The one Michael Jordan won, right? Like you miss 100%.
Fail, or you missed 100% of shots you don't take.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So, and oftentimes when we fail, like I look back at this, this coaching journey, I don't feel like I failed ever. I feel like I learned. I feel like, I've had info sessions bomb, and I've had people. I just logged into the back office last night, and I had somebody return their challenge pack last month who, I sent them a beautiful gift in the mail. It's someone who I know, right? Like, so I was rattled for sure, 100% rattled, because now I'm like, are you serious? On December 28th, I'm going to lose 2 points? No,
Yeah.
right? Like that was, I was like, and of course she never replies to any of my messages, nothing like that, right? So I could look at that as a failure, but it's just, they're all growing opportunities, they're all learning opportunities, right? What can I do next time that's going to make sure that the person doesn't do that? You know, how can I support our clients more to make sure they're actually pushing play on the workouts, to make sure they're actually following the nutrition plan? So yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to
Yeah. Oh, you go ahead, Crystal.
Oh, no, that's okay.
No, go ahead. I've been on these before. You should go ahead and tell your story.
Well, as some of you know, I've got quite a mess of my life right now, but my vision for this year is to move forward and sort through all the negativity, I'm ignoring the hate, the negative, I'm making it to the coach summit this year. Trying to get my daughter to follow this program. She's been struggling with some depression, and with her living with her grandparents right now, I don't have a large connection. So I'm trying to figure out how to connect with my daughter and teach her how to follow the same kind of self-love journey so that she doesn't grow up with so many issues like her mother did.
Yeah, I think that the best way you can do that is just do it, right? Like you doing it, you showing up for you every day is when all of a sudden, like 2 months down the road, your kid is like, hey mom, can I try that workout program? Like I found, so Shayna doesn't work out with me. She just turned 16. But I found out that she'll take my Beachbody On Demand to school and do it in the gym at school. Right, to do it with her friends at school, and her teacher uses it at school. And I was like, okay, that's freaking awesome. Like, okay, she doesn't do it with me, but I've had such an effect on them with my consistency that they do, you know, they do it. So even with the eating, like I don't say anything about it. I just model the behavior, and I've had them, there's so much junk over the holidays, and both her and her brother are like, oh, my stomach, I feel so crappy, I should eat more vegetables. Like they know, you know, without me having to say anything. It's because I'm living it, right? That's the best way that you can get them on board.
Yeah.
The other thing too, like I would try and find, how old's your daughter?
She's 15.
15. So you want to try and find books that she can listen to as well. Trainings, teenager specific ones. Like that's what I would focus on for sure, is something that will help her with the brainwashing in the positive way, right? It's those little things that we don't even realize. So like I'm going to buy some posters for my son's wall that are like the ones to just have, so when he wakes up he literally is staring at these posters, because it's all subliminal messages, right?
Yeah.
If he's looking at it over and over and over and over again, it's, you know, it's gonna soak in for sure. So I think and the other thing too is be willing to share. You know, be willing to share with her when you're and it doesn't have to be and I know some of your stories, so I'm going to be super respectful and not say anything. It's just, it's not like you're bashing anyone or you're talking about yourself, right? Like I will say to Shayna something like, you know, I feel really messy, and I give her the language too. Like, I feel really messy. I'm not really sure what's going on right now. Or, you know, I'll talk about how like 4 or 5 things have happened, and there's that one thing that kind of just throws me over the edge, right? Like puts me over, and I break down, and I'll share that process with her so that she has the skills to know. Like she was actually telling me one day that one of her friends, her mom kept like pushing her to share what was wrong. And her friend couldn't articulate what was wrong, right? She didn't know what was wrong. So I've given her the tools to be like, I just feel messy inside. Like, I'm not really sure. And then I'll ask what she needs. You know, do you need a hug? Do you want to we can go outside for a walk? Do you want to go have a coffee at Starbucks and we can hang out for a little bit? Like, to find out what it is that she needs in that moment that's going to pull her back. from the mess, because once we're out of it, then we can kind of look at it and be like, oh, it was hormones and I was stressed about an exam and, you know, those sorts of things. But in that moment, we don't necessarily know. And that's a very female thing, right? Dudes don't do that.
I know. I feel like guys don't know their emotions all the time either.
Yeah. No, emotions, what are those? So if we run out of time, so I have 8 minutes left, I will just hop back on. I'll send you guys in the chat a link for another one and we'll hop back on. Okay, so so I don't want to cut anyone short. I want everyone to have a chance to share. Ashley, did you want to go?
Yeah, I can make it brief. Pretty much now that Matt and I are getting married next year, and so planning this wedding, and everybody's families are growing, and we're going to start building a family, and there's a chance that our roommate and my friend of 10 years will possibly be moving. We have to think, oh gosh, like we have to, you know, plan ahead for all the things we want. So that's a big deal for me, is that I really want to build this into something that I can be proud of and that I'm contributing, and for me to know that I can do this and that this is possible, and that I know that Matt has a great job in the post office, and he's even said, you know, you don't even have to work if you don't want to, you know, I can support us. And as much as I love and appreciate him for that, this is something that's a big deal for me, that I want to contribute and that I want to do something that I actually love and enjoy. So that's my reason why I like to push play. And even though I've only been a coach for half a year, I know there's a lot that I'm still learning every single day. And I know there's people I'm still following up with who are interested in wanting to try the new Bar Blend program, and I'm still talking to them and, you know, making sure that's what they want to do. And so far it's going good. And I'm just kind of working on it, and it's a process every day. And as long as, you know, I stay at least one day ahead, like you said, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I plan ahead just, you know, as much as I can handle. So and as far as being a good, you know, influence, as long as people see what I'm doing every day. There's a coworker I have, she's only 20 years old, and she came up to me the other day and she goes, so Ashley, I kind of want some advice. I see that, you know, you're eating all these healthy things, and I want to know, like, if you can probably help me put together a good meal plan that would like work for me, because I want to like get into better habits for myself. And I was really surprised, but not too surprised, because I work with her mom, and I kind of see the habits that her mom has, and and the health issues her family has as well. And so it really meant a lot to me to know, wow, like I'm kind of helping someone who's only like even 20 years old wanting to make better changes for themselves. So I'm kind of giving her some ideas and, you know, a few things to go through or go from there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so and then I have my good friend Jordan, who I work with. She's getting married like 3 weeks before me, and she's like, I really need to start a program because I got to fit better in my dress, because she already has 2 kids, and she's really excited to start a new program. So it's a process, but it definitely keeps me going. So I guess those are my biggest whys right now.
Yeah. Oh, I love them. And they're so powerful. What you mentioned about the 20-year-old, like I taught Zumba at my kids' high school. And after I was there, Shayna said to me that one of the girls in grade 10 started following me on Instagram because she said I inspire her. Right? Mm-hmm. She's in grade 10. Like, I was like, if I can play a role in a young life like that, mm-hmm. you know, to make better choices for themselves and to learn to love themselves, then yeah, it's so powerful, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. 100%. And I think that one of the things, like how I was mentioning about the info session and, you know, just the advertising process and how that's evolved and changed for us. Christina was sharing with me that when she was at Leadership in October in Arizona, none of like the top coaches, Mandy, who else was she sharing? Jade, like none of them are doing any advertising right now. All they're doing is having conversations. So it's not like you know, by the 10th of the month, you might not be at Success Club 10, or they might not be at Success Club 20 like they were in the past with the advertising. But because they're having so many conversations every single day, by the end of the month, it's happening. It's just a process, right? And that's why I think this is so cool, is like, you get to know someone, and you get to make a connection with someone, and you get to show someone that you care, and you get to like do all of and show them that you're a real person, that you know, you're on this journey, and it's not perfect, and you have your good moments and your not so great moments, and you're willing to share that, right? So yeah, I think that's super powerful. I see Margot taking a picture, so I have 3 minutes left. I don't know if anyone else wants to talk, but I would like to take a picture of our beautiful team. I don't know, Renata, if you can hop off, you turn your camera on.
Oh, is it off?
I just see your name.
I didn't realize I was off the whole time. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
I do have questions.
Yes, and I did get your message, and I will totally write back. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, just kind of maybe like a quick, I do want to get started with what would be my best way, other than say me working out, link to share, like something easy. I feel like, you know, I'm reading, there's this university, the other, and I'm lost in the sheer volume of information. Yeah. And what I would want to know, like, I know how to do certain things, like motivation part, that's not, I forgot that. It's just, okay, which link am I sharing, and how, what is my best? So is it a video? Is it like a post that I should do? Maybe a landing page? Just these kind of simple how to, so I can see step by step, because I get lost, I guess, in technology, like, you know.
Oh, for sure. So one of the first things I'm going to suggest is that when you look at the sheer volume of information, know that it's the stuff is going to make sense, but know that it comes because you're so supported, right? So you can always go back to that. What I think I should do is I think I should end this meeting and start a new one. So I put the thing in the chat because I have less than a minute, because I want to show you what I do and what I've done since I was a brand new coach to help you. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put it in the WhatsApp chat, the new link.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so I'm going to end, and then if you're able to hop back on, I would love to. Okay?
Okay, yes.
Okay. All right, welcome to part 2. I love this. May mean I have to pay for my Zoom from now on, because if I get the paid version, we can go for as long as I want to. Just not something I've ever felt the need to like pay for as of yet. Okay, where are you? Dun, dun. Margot, did you have anything you want to say before I start talking about it? What? Are you using, did you show Kim all about your new Instagram filter? And how you take beautiful photos now?
No, I hadn't gotten that far yet.
Oh.
But I did show her my book.
Your new book?
My new book. And I told her next time I come to your house, she's here with me, I'm bringing her, because you and her are a lot alike as far as your organization.
Oh, okay.
Kim is extremely organized, and it's like Unger trying to help Felix here.
So what I'll share with everyone while I'm hoping that Renata makes back on, what I taught Margot how to do yesterday. So when you go to Instagram, and I focus all of my social media posts around what I'm going to post on Instagram, whether I post it on Facebook, it doesn't matter. Everything is based on my Instagram vision and my Instagram feed. So Clarissa and I have a very beautiful filter that we like to use. So we have a theme of our rainbow quotes. And we've been doing that now for a while. And we have a very nice filter that is super like blue. right? So because we like to post a lot about the beach and things like that. For my own personal page, I have, and you guys don't need to do this. The reason we did it for our own, I would only recommend having one Instagram and only recommend, like, don't overwhelm yourself. But I like more color, so I use a very colorful filter on my page, just because that's me, right? So, and it still looks nice on the beaches. The beach pictures still look really nice. So what I taught Margot how to do yesterday is there's this app called Lightroom right here. And if you get the app, it's totally free. But what you have to do is you have to purchase a preset. Okay, so I went to Etsy and I typed in Lightroom mobile presets. And I spent about an hour searching the presets. And I bought one, and it cost me $5 to buy this one preset that it then walks you through how to put the preset into your Lightroom. So now anytime I go to post on my social media, I bring a picture in to my Lightroom. So I'm just choosing any photo right now. There's one I can do. I wonder if that one will work. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in my Santa photo just for fun. Okay, so that's just from my camera roll. So I bring it into my Lightroom. I click check. It's now in my Lightroom. Now I go to my preset. So mine are way down because I've been using Lightroom for a long time. I go to my preset. So this is my preset that I bought for my page, Riesling. I click on the 3 dots. I go to copy settings, check. From there, I go back to the photo I imported, which is way at the top. So here's the picture, right? You can all see it. There's the photo. I click on those 3 dots again. I hit paste settings, and now you can see the difference in the color, right? Like my eyes are bluer, the hat's red. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit more washed out. You can play with the exposure. You can do those sorts of things, but I use that for every picture I post. You'll see a lot of top social media people tend to have like a really white theme or a really light theme. I didn't start, Renata, I waited for you, okay?
Okay.
And that's what they do, is they have a preset, so there's like a common like feel to their social media. All right, so I just was talking to them. I waited for you because I didn't want you to miss this. I was just talking about like the filter I use on my social media posts.
Okay.
So the best way for you to connect with people and get them interested in joining you is through, and I'm gonna, even for you, Jasmine, is through creating a Facebook event, okay?
Okay.
So you're going to go to, and I have done this every month since I was a coach. I probably have missed maybe 10 months in total. So when everyone, like as you're moving through the training in, you know, the Empower Squad training and things like that, you're gonna see that it wants you to make your Instagram account a business account. And when it does that, what happens is you have to create a Facebook fan page, okay? If this is a brand new thing to you, I recommend you having a banner on your page, and that's about it. I don't recommend spending a ton of time here, but the reason that you need a Facebook fan page is to create events, but also this is where any Instagram, Facebook advertising is run, is through your Facebook fan page. I never boost a post on Instagram. I never boost a post on Facebook, okay? It's a waste of money. You're just throwing it away if you do that.
Ready.
Okay? So when you do eventually, like I'm sure we'll figure out what's going on with Facebook advertising, but this is where you would set it up. Like I would actually go to my business manager free to be page and go to my ads manager and do all of that. That's not what I'm talking about right now. So this is my basic Facebook fan page. Every post I share from our Free to Be Girls Instagram page, every story I share from my Free to Be Girls Instagram page ends up on this page. Okay, so if I want it on my personal page, I have to organically post it on my personal feed. It's an extra step, but it's okay. And there's lots of reasons why. The reason you want a business page too on Instagram is because it gives you insights that you can look at. So you can look at what the best time of day to post is, how people are coming to your page. Are they coming from hashtags? Are they coming from the explore page? Are they coming because, you know, like you can see all of those things. So what you're going to do is, I just posted this morning, right? I created the events, is you are going to go to your page and go to your event, right? So I have 2 events coming up. And you guys are more than welcome to go to these events and save the photos and make your own, because you don't want to invite them to my event. You want to have your own event that you are inviting people to, because otherwise they're going to follow up with me. They're not going to follow up with you. And I want them to follow up with you, right? So when you're here, so this is the first one I'm doing, is because you are all welcome in that free challenges group, right? So I mentioned that in the beginning of the call. I would recommend stealing the banner from that event or from that group.
Okay.
Go save it, and to create your own free 5-day event. You can literally copy and paste everything I've written on it. So I don't have a ton of information on it. And then you can invite 499 people to a Facebook event. Okay? So I put January 6th to January 11th from the comfort of your home. When you see this tickets here, if I was to click on this tickets, it's going to take them to my Google form, because I want them to know who we are, right? That's where it's going to take them. Now I have to go back to so it's going to take them to my Google form, and then you are literally going to go to the share, invite friends, and go through your, see, I've hit the limit, so it's not going to let me invite anyone, because I already invited 500 people. Now, when I go here, so people are starting to respond to the event, okay? Then I go to them and I see who it is, and I literally click on message to each person, message, and I can even show you. So I'm not going to do it for everyone because I can show you what I sent. So I literally sent, hey gorgeous, I hope all is well and you've been enjoying the holiday season. I saw you want to join the Mindset Reset group. I'll be running it in this group. I send them the link, and when you ask to join, please say it's me who invited you. Right? So it's super simple. You're just sending the link to that, and I can put that conversation in the chat so that you can literally copy and paste it in there. So when they go to click on the group and to join it, it's going to say which coach invited you, and it's going to ask them for their email address, because I really like to have another way of connecting with people through email. Okay? So this is for the free group. This is for the one that is coming up in January, and you want to then be talking to people. So I have a list of everybody that I've put into that free group. And the other way that I could see that is if I go into the free group, it's going to show me like who I'm friends with, right? And then below that is like, there's a line, and then below it is people I'm not friends with. So chances are the people I'm not friends with, I didn't invite to the group. So I can follow up with those people as the event is running. I would follow up daily at the end of every day. I'd be like, hey, how did you like today? Did you find the information useful? What sort of things are you struggling with? What's your vision for 2020? What's your goal, for your wellness goals? Like I would be having those conversations with people every day that are in that free group. Okay, so that's the first thing I would do, is I would create that free group, use everything that I've done. You guys, everyone should know that. All my stuff is free game, fair game. Use it. You don't have to ask me for permission. It's like a big compliment. I'm like, yes, she used it, right? So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Use what's already there, okay? So that's the first one. The second event I created is...
So group and event, two separate things? Two separate things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't have to create the group. I've already got the group. You just need
Okay.
to do the event, right? And then you're going to invite people to the event. So I need to go back to my, because it's not showing me. Oh, here. Okay, that was the free. So, where is it? So here's my other one, this 2020 Vision January Fit Club. And again, go ahead and steal I stole the picture from Christina. I didn't make that picture. So I just got it from the one that she put in the Empower Squad Coach Hub. I made the event. Facebook will only let you run an event for 2 weeks. So even though this lasts longer than 2 weeks, I just put the 2 weeks in. I put su casa, which just means your house, because really they're going to do it from home. Again, I have that the tickets is the Google form that it's going to send them to. So now I have 14 people that I can have a conversation with, because I've invited, I don't think I've invited as many on this one. So if I go to invite friends, oh no, I hit the limit. So I can go to all of these people, and I can even go to like my invited list and message people. Are you interested in joining me? Are you interested in joining me? I did this every single month, every month, a brand new event. That doesn't mean that you're starting a new Facebook group every month, right? Because you're sending people. So if they are doing the free group, you are sending people to this free challenges with the Empower Squad group. It's already there, right? So you're sending them to this and they can participate. If it's someone who has actually signed up for a challenge with you because they're interested in that 2020 Vision event, and you've had the conversations going with them, and they're ready to start a program, and they're ready to follow the nutrition plan, and they're ready to get their challenge pack, then you have the option of the Health and Fit Club group on Facebook, which is this one, right? Or you have the option, I only post in that my picture, I don't actually actively participate in that group, because I like to run mine on the My Challenge Tracker app. So this is where I run it, and your people are more than welcome. All you have to do is send me their name and their email address. I will send them an invite, right? So then all you have to do is check in with them. Okay? So the best, just to like kind of recap, make your Facebook event for the free group, make your Facebook event for the January 2020 Fit Club group, and then invite people on Facebook. Okay? Now, in order to then turn this into like a call to action in your social media, because I don't want you guys to put this 2020 Vision picture in your social media. That's not a post that goes in your feed. The post that goes in your feed is you with a book, like reading a book, a picture of you with your book. A post that goes in your feed is me holding up my thing being like, and it says, make your dreams happen, right? That's the picture that goes in my social media. And then I say, if I'm talking about I'll go to my thing from today. So give me 2 seconds. If I'm talking about my free group, I'm gonna say January, new year, new decade, and we all have big goals for ourselves this year. If you want to participate in my team's free Mindset Reset group, I would love to share with you how we're going to focus on reaching our vision for this year and this decade, right? And that's the picture of you with the thing. If I go to what I did today for my social here, so you guys all see this, right? The picture of me, yeah? Okay. So, and you can copy too, like, of course you're going to tweak it because you don't have the same story as me, but you know, I have 5 spots left for my 2020 Vision Fit Club, and I would love to help you love you, right? So I've now also put this into my story, with a call to action. So it's going to show up. How do I go to my story? Facebook. I think it's here. So if I go to my story.
What do you use for those workout videos where you have more than one screen open and the videos going in each?
I use the app Unfold.
Unfold,
And
okay.
then I use either InShot or TikTok to add music. So here's my call to action, right? So it starts here because this is what I wrote in my post. And then this is the second part of it. This is my, I've just used my post in my story. And then I've got this 2020 Vision January Fit Club, some names, I have 5 spots left. And then are you ready to feel amazing with a poll so that they can vote on it, right? Nowhere in there do you see the picture of the event, that Facebook event that I've created. That one I literally create on my Facebook page and just invite people to it and have conversations. But I can direct them to the event. If you want more information, here's the event link, right? Because every event has a link. So if I go to the free group one, you know, the free mindset reset, here's the link for it up here. I can share that link with someone so that they can go check it out. But I'm not going to put that post into my, like this picture into my story, if that makes sense. Okay, so first step, create the event. Second step, invite to the event. Third step is do a social media post about the event, because then every single person that has liked this post, so I just put this post up this morning, it's been up for 2 hours, I can have a conversation with every single one of these people. You know, I can send Kathy and Enka and Lacey and Vivian and Donna, and I can send them a message to follow up with them and be like, thank you so much for the love of my picture. I'm so excited for January and our new Fit Club group. Are you looking for more information? Right? Are you wanting to work on your wellness goals for 2020? I would love to help you feel amazing too. Right? These people are someone that I can then have a conversation with. Everyone who watches my story. So I went to I showed you my story. So as people, even if they don't vote on it, hold on, I don't want it to play the music. So even if, as I'm going through this, okay, you can see all these viewers on the side, even if they don't vote on it, I can send them a message and be like, thanks so much for watching my story. I appreciate the love and the support. Are you looking to work on your wellness goals this year as well? Right? So that's how we create this abundance of conversation, especially in the beginning. And that's how, honestly, you just have to do those things. I wouldn't worry about having a website that's all like fancy. That's something you can do over time. When you have an hour at night and you're sitting watching a movie, you can plug away at a website. But having like, I don't know who this Michelle is. I'm going to send her a message. You know, this Brenda, I'm going to send her a message and say like, thanks so much for following along my story. Are you looking to work on any wellness goals for the year? Right? And some people are going to say no, that they're good. Some people aren't going to reply. And some people are going to say, sure, I'd love more info. Right? And even the no's aren't really no's. They're just like, not right now people, because they don't know enough information. They don't have enough information. They don't understand the process enough. Maybe they're just mentally not ready. And that's where like continuing the conversation happens, because I send so many free first books to Audible to new people, and they then join me like 2 months later, because they've listened to the book and they're like, holy cow, like she actually really wants me to feel amazing, and she wants to help me. Right? So those would be my biggest. Do the Facebook event, invite to the Facebook event, do a social media post about the event, and put a call to action in your story. Because then you have the people you've invited to the event, You have the people that are watching or liking, commenting on your post, and the people watching and voting on your story to talk to. Does that help?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And so for Instagram as well, for Instagram, you would suggest to create the business page?
The reason, I would just change your page. So if you go into Instagram, it on the actual, like, up on the things here, and it goes to your settings, right? You can, at the bottom, I think it's account. It'll ask you to switch to a creator account or a business account. And you want to switch it to a business account. And the reason is, if I go to, let me find the picture. So on this picture here, I can go to view insights, right? So I'm going to look at the insights on it, and it's going to tell me all sorts of information about that, right? So that 1,069 accounts were reached just with that post. You know, I had from hashtags, 57 people came. So obviously it was a pretty good hashtag. I had from other, which is probably my story, I had 20 people come from just my profile, like people that went to my profile. So it gives you some information on how the post is doing and where the people came from.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So you want to be able to do that. So the only thing with when you do that, so I have my account set up. Okay, go. I have my account set up so that, okay, let me find it. Settings, activity, business. I always forget where it is. There's like a way to do it so that, oh, yeah. So in the, when you're in your settings and the same place where you go to account, if you click on linked accounts, so mine, it will link to your fan page, right? Your Facebook fan page. It won't link to your Renata Alves personal page anymore.
Okay.
And so what you have to do then is, and I recommended Margot do this yesterday, is there's a way to turn on in your story for any story that you post on Instagram to save it to your camera roll. And then you can manually put it into your Facebook story, like your personal page. So it's already saved. So you literally just go to Facebook, add story, click on the thing, and it will go. That's the only glitch in the process because it sends everything. You can send automatically, like everything I post on our Free to Be Girls Instagram page automatically goes to my Free to Be Girls Facebook fan page. Okay? The story posts and the posts in the feed, they both go. So then I have to take those posts and put them manually into my Tamara Fraser Facebook page.
Okay.
So that's the only thing, because it's a business account. But now it's so fast now that I don't even have to like think about it. It's just like boom, 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 done. Right? So yeah. Okay. That would be my stuff. And go use my posts. Like the pictures are already done. The words are there for you. You can tweak. I would tweak the 2020 Vision Fit Club one because it's your first one. And what you can do is you can go to my Facebook page.
So for this one, just to clarify, I want to set up my own, right?
Yeah. You want your own events.
Okay.
You absolutely want your own events that you are inviting to. So when I go to if you go to my Free to Be Girls page and you go to events, you can go way back and look at some of the ones that I've done like in the past, you know, healthy for the holidays, falling forward, and you can steal some of the wording of it, because all of these ones I did for the hydration was a free one, but like sizzling for summer wasn't a free one. And I would tweak this one, the free 5-day mindset reset, literally just copy and paste. But the 2020 vision, because it's the first time you're inviting anyone to our actual Fit Club family, where they're going to get set up with their challenge pack and the programs and the nutrition plan, I would spend a little bit more time on the wording here than just this. Okay? Yeah, and then just invite people to the event so that you have that. Do those posts, share to your stories, do a call to action, and then direct people. Like, I do call to actions almost daily. They're not all the same for sure, but direct people to those events so that they know that you have something that's going to help them. Okay. Do you feel like I gave you something that you can actually go and like do?
Yes, well, yeah, like definitely with the with setting up the event, I'm gonna work on that. So hopefully that will help. Do you think doing something like landing page, would that be worthwhile?
Like somewhere where you're gonna set yeah, of course it is worthwhile, but I would also call that fluff work. Right? So I sent you the Google form, right?
Maybe. Would that be in the email?
That would be an email.
Okay.
I remember duplicating it and like sending you your own copy.
Yes.
So that would be your landing page. You're going to want to delete my video. But that would be the page that you're going to send. When it says like ticketing in the event, you send them the link to that Google form. Okay, because you can put in
so I want to adjust that form, right? Like,
yeah, you want to adjust it, make it your own.
Yes, you did send me that. Yes, yeah. I just didn't get to it yet because there's so much information. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God.
So I would skip. Don't worry about trainings today. Do something that's actually going to like move your business forward in that sense. That's going to get you these conversations going, so that you have some more like, oh, Tamara, I have this person who's interested in working on blah, blah, blah. And then I can be like, okay, this is what you want to get them set up on. This is why you want to get them set up that way. And this is how you do it. Right?
Okay. Silly question. So, out of the coach office, when I set up that website, and there is Canadian English, Canadian French, American English, or whatever, and there is Spanish. Am I doing it for all of them, or am I just choosing one?
One. And then
it just one.
Puts it in for all, because what you can do then is you can send them the link to, if you have a French speaking person, you can send them the French link.
Okay, because like when I went on there, I have it here somewhere, and I go to my website profile, and when you input the links, like your Facebook URL and Instagram, it does not appear on the other ones. So
it doesn't?
No, so that's why I was like, do I have to do it individually for each? I get stuck on these little things.
I would just worry about one for now, because I've even sent the English one to I've set it up in Canada on the Canadian one, and I sent it to people in the UK. I've sent it to people in the US. I've sent it. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Okay.
Just
there's US English, so Canada English. This is the one that. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I set up, and then like Crystal would have set up the US one, because she's in the US, right? So then when she sends something to someone, she would send the US link, but for me, it's going to show the Canada up top if she sends me her link.
Okay.
Yeah, don't even bother with all the other language ones, because it will just get you confused and frustrated.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that too much information sometimes is definitely like.
Yeah. No, it can definitely be paralyzing, but I think the system of creating the events every month and inviting, and then you have this like all your social media posts, not all of them, but like the ones when you're doing a call to action, have a focus, because you're sending them to this event. Right? Your idea about this, like, so once the January one is up and running, then you're going to create the February one.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
So one more question. I'm trying to see if I can find it here. There was an email that I saw probably yesterday, first time. And I think it was from Team Beachbody, and it went into my updates folder. So I didn't really look at it, like, because there were quite a few, so I didn't read all of them. And that one, it was welcome email from Beachbody, and it offered 3 codes.
Yes.
Which have expired yesterday. So I didn't bother sending them. And what do I do with that? I guess I can't get those codes again.
But I think you have other codes too. That one would have been bar specific.
Yeah.
Right. But the codes that you got as a new coach, I believe, are good for 3 months.
Yeah.
To send to
really?
people. Yeah. I believe it's 3 months.
Mine lasted 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the...
And I think it's $20 off a challenge pack and $10 off a completion pack.
Yep.
Okay, I thought they've expired.
Then you should have got 2 emails though, because one would have been bar specific and the bar one's expired. But they shouldn't have expired yesterday. Because my bar ones are still good until December 31st.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
But your new coach ones are going to be I would check your spam your promotions or your social folder in your Gmail and see where it is. Or sometimes I will, the one from, I think the bar one was an actual email from Carl Deichler. So I actually searched Carl.
Yes.
Deichler.
Okay. So I have the one Team Beachbody from Carl.
Yeah. And he's like, I never do this or something like that.
Okay. So my coach ID, simple steps to get started.
Yeah.
Okay. Watch the welcome video, which I probably haven't done that. And then share your promo codes. Yeah. And those, so there are 3. TBB, welcome, whatever. All 3 expire December 28, 2019. So they have expired, yes.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I thought you had 3 months, not 30 days. So, okay, I don't know what to suggest about the promo codes. I know it's a new thing that only started in July with promo codes. We've never had them before that. And so every month they've kind of had like a different way of giving us promo codes.
Okay.
So I would just keep like looking for another email about promo codes and like listening to that.
Okay. On my regular Facebook page, would I share anything on just regular page or?
Yes, but that's where you're going to share the post that you make, right? So the one like I showed you, me in the gray shirt, where you can copy down like some of what I wrote. That's where you share that.
Okay.
And then if they ask you, oh, what's the event? You can send them the link to the event, or you can send them the Google form. Okay. January 11th is Super Saturday. It's, I can send, Crystal, I don't know how, I know you would just go to the FAQ and look up Super Saturday and it'll be close. There'll be one close to you. You might have to drive a bit because I know you're in a small town. You might have to drive a bit to the closest one, but you really want to go to one of those events so that you can connect with other people, right?
Yes.
And you're not going to feel so lonely. The other thing that I would recommend you doing is Laura, our coach. I feel like her Instagram is like Laura Paura, like Laura, Laura, Paura fitness. She did an Instagram TV video on some hate she'd been getting from people. I've never experienced it. I've been doing it for 5 years, so I don't know what that feels like. You know, I've been like disappointed that my family hasn't hopped on for sure, and sad, and like have friends that say no and those sorts of things, but I never experienced like comments and mean things from people in that sense. And Laura did a great Instagram video TV, like IGTV video on it that I would highly recommend you go watch.
Okay.
So that's for Crystal. Renata, for you, if you can come on January 11th, I can send you the link to the event.
That's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and where is it?
It's in Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time? Do you know what time it's going to be?
Usually starts around 10 and goes
Okay.
until about 1.
Okay, I think I can do that because, well, I'm dropping off my daughter. She's in West Van Community Center from 10:30 till 2:30. So
Oh,
if
okay.
I kind of get to the location within that time.
Yeah.
then
Okay. I'll find the event and I'll send it to you after.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
ladies. Thank you so much. It's going to run out here. It says less than a minute. So I hope that helps and let me know. And then invite people from the team to your event too, right? Because it gets more vision on, more traction on the event to have more people say they're going.
Okay.
Okay. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Much love. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
You
Bye.